Hello, guys. This is my first live stream, so ignore any mistakes that's happening. I'm just cross posting on Twitter and Discord. As people join, please send some messages so I'll know how many people have joined the live. Okay. Let me go to YouTube and check how many people are there. To YouTube and check how many people are there. Okay. Looks like people have started joining. Let's wait for 5 minutes and then we'll start. Like 7:05. Let's start the thing. Thank you, Navin. Hi, Sudarshan, Akshay again. Okay, 14 have joined. Let's wait for 3 more minutes. Hi, Akansha. Hi, Satish. 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes. Let me just close my window and come so we don't have any noise. Hey, Srijit. One more minute and then let's start. Hey, Rian. Hey, Adarsh. Okay, guys, let's start. And thanks for joining the live. Before we start on, like, let me give set some expectations for what we are going to do now. We'll be going into Netflix website. We'll be seeing how they have structured their website, and we will try to learn as much as things they have implemented by exploring their website using Chrome Dev Tools. So it's mostly like from the available resources, which is like available publicly. We will try to gain maximum number of knowledge. That's what we are going to do right now. So let's quickly start without any further delay. Like, we have given 5 minutes for everybody to join, and I let me share my screen. Okay, I guess my screen is visible. Is Netflix visible for you guys? Can you see my screen? Like, somebody respond, and then I'll be free. Um, Guys, can somebody respond if you guys can see my screen? Okay, cool. Let's start. So this is the homepage of Netflix, and let me open my inspect tab first. I guess all of you know about elements tab. It's just inspecting the elements, seeing the CSS. I'm not going into how to design an element or add CSS, not the basic stuff. But let's see how they have designed this page in terms of network, in terms of performance, in terms of bundling. So what I'll do, I'll go to the network tab and I'll reload it. It's a hard reload. It's a shift reload. And then now let's see what they have done to the network. Okay, maybe I preserved my logs. Let me reload it again. So, okay. The first request from my server to Netflix server is netflix.com. And if you see in my request header, what all I'm sending the path and some encodings, and then accepted thing, and my user agent is there. Let me hide this. Details of my user agent. All these are being sent to Netflix. And what the first hit does, ideally, when we call a website using the domain name, it returns HTML. That's how we have learned it, right? But if you see, the status code of the first URL is 302. And 302 means it's a redirection number, right? So it is redirecting to some other URL. What is that URL? That is our de-en. I don't know how this de-en is formed, but it looks like netflix.com is redirecting you to a website with a locale. So let's note all the points we are finding out in Excel, and let's also draw some flowcharts or some architecture diagrams if we need. I have opened Excel in the new tab. So the first thing we noted is, first point we noted is Netflix.com redirects to a locale. Okay, I don't like this font. Let me change it to normal. Yeah. Redirects to locale-based URL. This is the first step that's happening. Now let's see what this locale-based URL is giving us. If you see the response, it is giving me a HTML. It's just a plain HTML with some meta tags, which gives me details about for the SEO stuff. And then it has some components. Since it's minimized, it's a single long line of HTML. It's so huge, but the preview of the HTML is this. This is what I get when the Netflix hits the DN-EN app, like URL. So it's going to be the home page of our website. Cool. So I got my HTML here. Okay, done, right? Like now I have got my HTML, but let's see what are the libraries they use. Let me prettify it and check what are the libraries they use. It's content type, normal HT tag, like meta tags, and then it has a title, Netflix Germany. So you see here, this Netflix Germany is dynamic and it's based on the URL, like D stands for Germany. And maybe EN is English because my browser locale is in English. That's what they mean. In the URL, the first part stands for the country or the Netflix origin, and second part aims at the language. I hope. I'm not sure yet. And then it calls two like it has a function which can make two ajax calls. Then it has some script which is called cookila. I'm not sure what is that cookila is. Let's check that out. And then it has some again some meta tags for SEO. Then it has some window object. You see here, normally in window object we don't store much information, but if you see Netflix is using window object, like within window object they are creating something called Netflix. It's interesting. Let's note this down. So let me reduce the font size so I can write more. Second thing, do you think I should open a Google Sheet? Forgive me, guys. This is the first time I'm also doing this, and even I'm exploring all this with you guys right now. So that can be a bit of hassle, but I'm sure we'll learn a lot. Yeah, probably only for diagrams we can use Excel, but for noting down, I'll use sheets. Shit. Okay, blank sheet. I'll share the link of this sheet with you guys, so you don't have to make a note of anything. Just keep following me. Log one. Netflix. So first thing is Netflix.com points to local based URL. Second finding, it returns HTML which has something called cookie law, which we need to explore. Need to check. Third thing, Netflix has a global object in Windows. In window. Okay. Let me close this Excel sheet. We may need it for. We may need it for diagrams, so I'll just keep it open. Okay. Let's continue. So now we found that they have something called Netflix global object within which they are storing the notification. Amazing. So that is how Netflix is handling notification, even if we are not in the same tab, I guess, using the window object. Okay, and then they also have some constants stored there. Like this is my local END, that is English of Germany. UI mode, no member. I am not logged in, so it's no member. Owner token, maybe some session ID, and session length 30. I guess it's 30 minutes. Probably they track even non-logged in users, and possibly they are just refreshing the token for some tracking purpose or something. That's what I believe. And they also have within notification, they have something called specification, within which they are storing UI view. What is this UI view? Impression, command, search, focus. Okay, I have no clue what is this UI view. They also have something called UI action. Okay, it makes sense. UI action is like manage subscriptions, remove activity history, promo share Facebook, promo share Twitter. Possibly we have this share in Facebook Twitter options here somewhere. No. Okay, cool. We'll check what is UI action and UI view. UI action and UI view. We need to find what are those. Hmm. Okay, it's huge. Like UI actions are many. Okay, they have a lot of special objects stored within their window object under notification dot specification. If we are lucky, we'll find what is this somewhere. And here comes our OG tag. Like when we share Netflix in social media, this is the preview we get. That's because of the OG tag. And we have our deep links as well. Uh, Deep links, it opens in App Store. Like using this URL will open the app in the App Store. And there is Twitter card. Nice. And here comes our application. If you notice something, there is one important thing. There is no framework. We haven't seen any external library so far except Cookila. That's a beautiful point, right? No frameworks yet. Let's see. Okay, without framework, they just have a basic HTML page which has all the logos and styles. Nice. Okay, email ID, probably the sign in form. Netflix has an external library. Okay, fags. Okay, footer. And then it has something again called Netflix React Context. Okay, this is interesting. We don't have React at all yet, but we have something called React Contest. What is this? Hmm. Okay, these are the headers that has to be passed with React, like all the API calls, I suppose. And there are some data regarding. Okay, so this is EC2 region is EU West 1 because I'm in Germany and it comes under EU West, the nearest data center, possibly. Mm, request headers. Is Mac true? Okay, they even have a data of my browser. My browser is Chrome true. Is Mac true? My OS. Nice. Like what all things my browser can support, those are also true. Um, Family, more details about my Chrome version as well. Wow. About my device and about my OS as well. Mm, UI tracking. Okay, they are tracking my UI. Moneyball request. What is this Moneyball? Sign up context. Fuck, how much data are they maintaining? Okay, it's here. The data is here. Requested country is DE, Germany, because I'm in Germany. And supported locales, it's DE and EN, because my browser locale is English. I haven't learned German yet. Show pre-text disclaimer, show alt terms of use, show legal context link. Okay, they maintain everything. They don't have separate cookies for maintaining all the UI state. Generally few websites use cookies for maintaining whether they have showed a model or not, but here it looks like they are maintaining it in some context object. Locale language is, my language is EN. Okay, Uh, Supported locales. It also supports DEI, I suppose. DEN both. User info name null because I'm not signed in. GID, I am not sure what it is. Probably some unique ID. Both are same. User GUID and normal GUID both are same. Country of sign up null. I haven't signed in. Current country IN. Okay. Now this is something very interesting. I'm not sure how they determined that my current country is India. Mm, do I have it in my browser settings? Let me check. It's a quick search. Mm, okay, I'm not sure if where they are getting the data from. This is so strange because till now everything seemed perfect because I am the one who was giving their information. When I was sending the request, I was sending my user agent, and from the user agent they can determine my uh, browser and device. And I, when based on my IP address, they can determine my country. But how it is current country India, that's a very big question I have right now. Okay. Member allocations. Okay, probably they are testing something with me. That's the test ID. Adaptive fields. Download video title Stranger Things. Okay, I'm not sure how many of you here are fans of Stranger Things, but somewhere these people are downloading and showing Stranger Things here. Let's find where. Uh, I suppose this is Stranger Things. A video is running. So this is controlled by a object, right? Flow. Mm, Card FAQs. They have that. Card watch on TV. So they have an animation, I guess that's what they are showing in the TV. Card watch on device. Yeah. So for TV, they have a animation. For device, mobile, they have an animation. Mm, this tabs, icons, tab body, devices. So they have multiple versions of the same image in multiple formats. Tab header, tab body. Oh, the data goes and go. I'm so surprised how they are collecting this much data when even when I'm not signed in. Mm, Possibly I'll minimize this object, which is like an array of objects. So this is my plan choices. It's saying about my plan. I can't minimize. I haven't chosen any plan, so it's just going like monthly billing frequency, yearly billing frequency, and all the stuff. Mm, Tab body. Next, they have information about my geo, like geolocation, my country, my language, locales, status allowed. Mm, Probably this is repeated information. Let's see what is Moneyball. It is repeating again. Again, building frequency. Signed header footer. Okay, let me skip the data. It is too much. We now know on high level we know what this data has. This data has information about my local, my preference, what are the things to be shown to me, what is my session ID, and all. What is my device. So these are the type of data which is stored in this huge giant object, and I'm not sure how this is being injected into React, because till now they haven't used React, and this is saying as React context. So let's see how they are using it there. This looks interesting. Truths. Okay, they have a lot of checks, flags, I mean. And what is this? If you see here, this is how they are controlling their locales. So they have some ID, and for that they have a text. Tomorrow, if you change your language to German, the ID will still remain same, but the text you are receiving will be different. With this, they will always uh, have your website in the language you prefer. We shall try it after we complete this page once. And then we are done with the object. Then we have two things. One is bootstrap and other is uh, what is this? Okay, sign up Fuji framework client. Okay, let's investigate on that. Fuji framework, and then they have something bootstrap, maybe probably their internal bootstrap. I'm definitely sure that Netflix will not be using their bootstrap as such, the bigger one, and they are registering their service worker. Fine. So this is their HTML page, just a landing page of Netflix has these many details. Let's revisit before we proceed. Let's revisit what we saw in this page, like a summary. First thing, we call netflix.com. It redirects us to local based URL based on my IP address and my device. Next, it has something like cookie law. Let's Google what is cookie law. Oh, view cookie law. Probably it's a npm package which gives details about cookies. Like we get a pop-up, right? Accept cookies. Probably that. Next, Netflix has a object in global window. Um, and inside that global window, they have so much configurations like UI action, UI view, regarding sign up and pre-rendering and all this stuff. And main thing to notice is there is no frameworks, but but they have React context. And within React context, they have literally everything about the user. That is everything related to the user and the web page. What are all things shown to the user in the specific um, user ID or the session ID? I mean, for a specific session ID, they are tracking what are the advertisements they saw. Because here I see Stranger Things in advertisement, but you here I'm seeing Set It Up and Like Father in advertisement. But when you browse it from India, you may see a different video or different advertisement. So even this is controlled based on the React context object. Similarly, they are controlling literally everything. Everything on this page has a corresponding data entry into that big context app, and it also has IDs which gives me text. That is, the texts are not hard coded, but they are being built runtime. That is, they have an ID and the translation, and for that ID, it fetches the translation and loads it into the HTML. So this is what is happening in the home HTML page. Let's see what is Moneyball and QG framework. Moneyball. Oh, it's a film. Maybe I'll do it like Moneyball JS. Okay, looks like something their internal way of mentioning things, because Moneyball was a part of the object, so we couldn't figure out that. But Fuji framework was a Fuji framework JS. Fuji. Interesting. Fuji looks like a design system, but let's do one thing. Let's open Fuji and check. Hmm. Okay, it again looks like a internal uh, framework or code which adds functionality to this page. No clear information about it. Cool. So as a rough view, the home page doesn't have a framework. It's pure HTML, and then it has a lot of objects or data related to this page shown to a particular user, and they also track my session ID with a unique ID. Next thing, there is something called website detect. What is this website detect? And it has failed. What are we sending? Okay, it's making a call to a thing called website detect, but it is failing. I'm not sure why it is failing. Let's check. Okay, it's been cancelled. No idea why it's been cancelled. Next thing is okay, it's the two responses, like two methods which it is getting. One is the bootstrap, probably their internal bootstrap, and other is the Fuji framework, which we couldn't get on the internet. Here it looks a bit readable, but still it's something internal. They have very internal type of code. Next is mm, what is this? One trust stub. One trust SDK stub. Let's Google if it's a open thing. One trust SDK. Okay, so it looks like there's a product there. It's for security, right? Okay, so OneTrust is a security thing which they are downloading. So based on the EU countries, they are showing the banner for cookies. I suppose. So it's OneTrust stub is the OneTrust stub for security. Next one. Okay, it's very straightforward. The CSS. This is plain HTML page, and of course, for styling, it needs a CSS. So it's having a CSS downloaded. Again, it's also a CSS. And if you see here well, the CSS is not very huge. If you see in the response, it's for a complete Netflix website, this is a very less number of CSS. So probably I assume this is only the critical CSS. That is the CSS required only for the home page, not the entire website. So next loading is critical CSS. Next is something called, again, to the website detect. They are passing some parameters and it's getting success now. Mm, here, if you see, they were passing CSS. Source was www head and fetch type was CSS. So they were trying to do something with CSS and it failed. But with JS, it passed. Sorry, here. With JavaScript, it passed. And then they are doing same thing again with JavaScript, like okay, so probably they are getting some JavaScript parameters based on the screen width, screen height. That is my screen width and my screen height and my window width and window height. Maybe they are doing some calculation based on that. Next one, okay, here is the cookie law. Like I said, cookie law is supposed to be a data privacy checker, and then they are getting it here. Next one is assets. Here comes our images. So my home, in the home, they have a background image that is being fetched. Next is, this is interesting. So here that they have something called TV image. This is the TV image. Awesome. So we saw in the HTML page that whatever is being showed here, the advertisements or the movies or the animations, they are controlled by a data. They are controlled by the JSON, right? And if you see it, this image makes our assumptions 100% true, because it's an image with the background, like not a background, with the area which is transparent. And within the transparent region, using CSS, they are loading the dynamic animation or dynamic mode. So this image is common for all the websites, but based on your location and other details, maybe based on your OS, based on your device, things might change. And that thing is controlled by the backend of Netflix, and that is being shown there. Amazing. Mobile, it's just static, no difference, because it's just static image, it's not an animation. Probably they show different mobile images for different places. Box shot, again, it's the small image for downloading. Device pile, interesting. Let's see what is device pile. If you see here again, the TV has a transparent background, and within the transparent background, they load a dynamic video, and this video is also controlled by the JSON object. Next is my location. Okay, so for getting my geolocation, they again use this OneTrust SDK, which they used some time back, and possibly they are getting my consent. Like we give accept cookies, right? They are getting that from me, and then they are after getting the permission, they are getting more details about my geolocation. Amazing. So OneTrust is not just used for security; it's also used for my gathering location information. Looks like OneTrust is a good product. Here comes video. Okay, there's no preview of the video, but here is the video which comes for the desktop. So probably this video which is playing within the TV is being downloaded separately. And fonts are in WOFF2 types, which is the modern types and suitable for performance. And they are downloaded separately. And OT banner SDK. Probably there was some banner, maybe I closed it. Regarding accept sign in, let's see what it responds. Okay, it looks like the SDK file itself. It has nothing to do with it. E and JSON, what it has. Okay, it has all the data about my, so this is from the cookie law. And this JSON has data about the things like checkbox, color, consent purpose. So this is the one which controls my banner, styling of my banner. OT flat. Oh, OT flat is the probably the banner which is being injected. Here there is HTML, here there is a name, and there is CSS. So probably this is directly injected into the HTML when I have to accept my cookies. Okay, this is the animation which I have here in my download area. And next video, one more video, one more video, and then add tech via iframe. What is this? I haven't seen any iframes so far, but they have an iframe. Interesting. Log. What is this log? Okay. So they are logging some details after my web page is loaded. That is, my web page with this video is completely loaded and it's completely functional. Now they are logging some information. The user agent, referrer URL, device offset, events. Okay, now it's clear. You see here this category UIQOE, this ID, all these details were stored in the window object. So the data which was stored in the window object is used for tracking purpose. Type event, this is my unique ID, shared context. Okay, they are having some internal data and they have logged many things. Add vendor sync. I don't know what that event is, but it don't have much details. It's a empty log. App name Android, event, add div tag, advertisement div tag. Okay, no idea what is this as well. There's so much of CL2 events. What is the CL2? Something related to client, I suppose, because it's saying client send time. And current state, forget us all the details in the current state. And all these details were present, many of these details were present in the window object. Oh my god, they're tracking my swiping as well. Swipe up, like I was swiping up and down, right? So they are tracking even that. And also maybe the positions of from where I started and from where I ended. Oh, if you see here, I swiped once up and swiped down immediately. They tracked that as well, and they have time also. So with this, with the time and then with the direction, they know exactly where I am and also the position. When they combine all these three things, they exactly know at what part of page I was, and they keep tracking my swipes, so they know my behavior on this page, and based on this behavior and user action, they will decide to modify the page. Because for instance, if I scroll this page completely and come back again to the top and click on sign in, maybe I haven't clicked sign in yet, but let's see if they track that. When I click on sign in, okay, it's a new page. It went there, but probably they are tracking that as well. I suppose it's being tracked. It is again redirection. On click on sign in, they go to login, and then from there they redirect to de/login. Okay, so this is the home page. They are tracking everything. Everything including user swipes or movements. Any questions? I haven't checked the chat. They might have determined the current country by aggregating the maximum number of logins from the current laptop. Yeah, possibly there is. That could be a thing. I think I got pretty late today, but still I'm gonna watch it. Hi. Rest cancelled would have happened in case of page navigation before. Uh, rest cancelled would have happened in case of rest it complete. Akash, I'm not understanding exactly what you mean. So, till now we have completed only the home page and we have so much of information even before we went to the login model. I'm just curious on how things will be once we sign up and then get inside uh, the other pages. Possibly, I thought we can do something in 1 hour, we can do the entire web page, but I guess it's more complicated. We need multiple parts for Netflix alone, I assume. So instead of going to other pages, we will do some more investigation, like the performance analysis and all the stuff in the home page itself, and then we'll move to the other pages in coming weeks. I guess what's the time we have been doing it? It's already 46 minutes, and it doesn't sound like me. Like I don't feel like it's 46 minutes at all. Okay, so coming back here, mm, let's do a performance audit on this page. I'm just running the lighthouse. Maybe in the meantime, I can answer some questions or we can get into some conversation. Awesome. I shared this video in JavaScript. Hey, thanks, Venkatesh. It's not over yet, but let's complete the home page today. Wow, this is so surprising. I never expected Netflix to perform like have a performance score of 14. Hmm. Okay, maybe I'll do one thing. Maybe some of the extensions might affect this. I will use Page Insights tool to check the actual score. Because I don't think it is the score is 14 because they don't even have a framework. Ideally, we can't reach more than 80 or something because React itself is around 40 KB or 35 KB. So your size of the bundle will take some time for sure. But these people don't even have a framework for this. All they have is a big JSON object and plain HTML and CSS. Only the three minimal things they have for the page to load. So I assume there is the speech page result can be a issue. Okay. So I was running the test for mobile, but it is saying this website doesn't support mobile. Maybe they have a different URL for mobile. So maybe I'll rerun the test for desktop. Let's see what happens then. That is why maybe it is having a poor speed. But if you see here for desktop, it has a very good speed. 89 is like wow. It's not a very easy speed to achieve. That too, in spite of having graphics like this, they have images, they have videos running. In spite of that, they have a 89 score, and that's why they don't have frameworks and other boilerplate code. Normally, we'll an ideal website will be loading everything upfront, right? Like the library for tracking all your data, your analytics tools, your Google Tag Managers, your SEO tools. Forget about the more third-party scripts, but there are few third-party scripts which is the basic necessity. But here it looks like they are just loading only Cookila upfront, and even the OneTrust package or the Bootstrap or Fuji client, whatever their internal client is, even that is being loaded only at the end of the page, not without blocking any resources. Okay, probably there is some issue with my browser. It's showing a lower performance score, but I'm sure it is an issue with my browser because, however, in Page Insights the score is 89. So considering all this, the site speed is awesome. Like everything is nothing is red. Even if you see here, some of their tracking only is even Even the if you see here, the thing which is blocking their thing, 5.3 KB is from the cookie law. If they remove cookie law, the one trust SDK, they will already cross 90 and be in the excellent zone. So possibly they are working on something right now as well. Nice. So this is with the page analytics. Next thing we'll do is we'll see some performance analytics. Let's see how it goes well in performance. In the meantime, I will see if there is any. Can you read and write those report? I got 80. Yeah, Srijit, I assume there's some issue with some of my extensions. That's why I ran it in Page Insights, because Page Insights run it in Google VM and there'll be no problem with the scores based. The scores will not be affected by external factors. And their score is 89. That's wow. React Dev Tools show page in using React production build, but we don't see any React related JS included. I don't see React. React DevTools shows page in using page is using React. Do you see React tag, React tab? I am not sure because they don't use React anywhere. Possibly if you go to sign in page, they may use React. I'm not sure because we haven't explored sign in page yet, but the home page doesn't use React yet. We have explored the complete home page. There is no way React is being loaded. Okay, our performance scores have come. Let's explore those in detail a bit. Since it's server-side rendering, initially itself you get some stuff loaded. That is, your basic HTML template has the Netflix sign-in button and the title, and your first paint starts from the image loading. And first contentful paint is very soon, like within less than 1 second they are loading the page. You see here my FCP here, let me zoom in a bit. My FCP here is almost around 1 second. Within 1 second my first contentful paint is being loaded, and my complete website LCP, largest contentful paint, is being loaded within 3 seconds. That's like a off factor for any website. And if you also see in the main thread, whatever it is doing in the main thread, if you see all are small tasks, nothing is major render blocking task except one task. And probably this task didn't take much time. It's only 878 time. And what it is doing, okay, this time is because of parsing the HTML. That is, it is evaluating the script and parsing the HTML. What script it is evaluating? Okay, the internal scripts. It is just evaluating the internal script and parsing the HTML. And parsing the HTML is the largest task for this web page. Remaining everything is so optimized and it's so super fast. So they have a very good performance. And next thing to notice is their file loading. If you see here, most of their files are okay. How do I'll zoom out a bit. If you see here, this is where the request starts, that is netflix.com, and this is I'm not able to see the so this after Netflix starts, the only JSON they load is banner SDK. That is for the cookie from the cookie law website, and then after that they start loading the JSON for English, like details about the page and all the other details, and then they load some device details. Everything is after the initial web page is loaded, and they are not blocking anything. So it's like they start the HTML, they get it from server side, they load it, and then in the meantime they load the minimum required libraries for their function, like managing the geolocation, or managing the cookie consent from the user, and other things are not included anyway. So this web page is super fast. But I know Netflix is using React. I'm very curious on at which point they are bringing React. However, I don't want to start something new right now and then leave it in the middle. Um I guess this is very good start for us. I thought in 1 hour we'll be able to complete the entire website, but it just took only for the home page close to 1 hour. So we'll just check on what are the cookies they store, and then we'll wind up for now. So CL, probably this is the cookie which they use for session. Yeah. So for every user, they have a cookie for the session, which tells, even if you are anonymous, it tells Netflix that this particular user is doing this scrolling. He is the one who is clicking the sign in button. So all those actions are tagged to one session ID, and this is because of this CL cookie. Next thing, no idea what this cookie is. The name doesn't have any meaning. Next thing, opt anon consent. It clearly tells me that this is about my consent to accept cookies for this page. Player per metrics. No idea what it is. Okay, remaining things I don't have an idea. Has seen cookie disclosure. True. Yeah, this is very straightforward. It is saying whether I have seen the cookie disclosure and accepted it. Since I have done it already, it's saying true. And this is storing my DE, E, and GB. Those are my details about my local and stuff. And this is some Netflix ID, maybe for their headers. MCL ID, no idea what it is. CL shared context. Probably this is the ID of the context which is in our React context. In React context, we have so many IDs. This should be one of the IDs there, which will help us maintain the sessions among the context. I assume they are loading React somewhere later and then supplying all the information about the page and the user to React in form of context, and that context is being maintained and validated using the session ID. And this is the ID which is being useful for doing that. Wow, I'm just amazed in how they have structured the home page, both in terms of like um, making making the website so performant, fast, as well as um, not loading the libraries whatever is required as well, not excluding everything out. And if you see here, possibly these two cookies are set from the server side. You can see it is secure, and as well as it has same site lags and strict. Yeah, the secure Netflix ID is strict because it always comes as a third party context, but lags can come as a first party context as well. So I guess that's what Netflix and secure Netflix ID does. Cool. So I guess it's close to an hour now. Yeah. So even I think Fuji framework is React-based framework, and Rian D'Souza React dev tools are showing. No, even if it's server-side rendered for your application to work, you need React, right? So I don't see React anywhere. Like Srihari said, maybe Fuji framework is React-based framework they use internally, or possibly they are loading React at a later point of time, which we fail to figure out still now. Maybe we'll do one more episode of Sherlock on Netflix itself, and then investigate more. Probably, I guess if we have to do, I like doing this. This is a good start, but I guess if we have to do this, it will take us 3 or 4 episodes to complete Netflix, the entire site, I guess. Any advice for junior front-end engineers? Not exactly. I don't have any advice on general, but if you have any specific questions, I can share my suggestions. So Probably, I guess we'll wind up the episode now because it's already close to an hour and people may get boring after this. I was planning to have it only for 1 hour. If there are any possible questions or anything specific which you think I missed, you can point it out and we can see that. Otherwise, for the sign in page and the pages after sign up, that is the video pages, we will have separate sessions. Like probably one complete session for sign in page and one complete session for the video list page and one session for video view page, like where we watch videos actually. And if you don't have any more questions, then probably we'll wind up. I also request some suggestions from you guys. Like, was it useful? Do you think I should change something? How do you feel about what we did for past 1 hour? Um, Something of that sort. Just be honest, because even I'm doing this for the first time, so I'll be looking to improve it more. So feel free to tell whatever you feel. I'll be sharing this sheet. Now we haven't made any diagrams, but I'll also try to make some Excel diagrams, attach that to the sheet, and then I'll share the link in Twitter and Discord. I don't know if somebody's commenting and it's reaching me late, but I don't see any comments so far. Let me see it on mute. Okay, now it's the comments are loading here. Yeah, definitely there'll be more sessions. I did not have a clear idea on how to do it or how to start it, but right now I have a better picture. We'll slowly move ahead and um, go more deep in terms of how they make network calls when they are loading the video, how they are getting packets and all the stuffs. Cool, guys. And thank you, Venkatesh, Akansha, Srihari, Srijit, Saurabh, Gopi, Sudarshan. Then let's wind up the session for today, and then we'll continue again. I'll post the next date in Discord. We'll go on the other pages. Hope you guys enjoyed and got to learn at least some things new about the way of thinking of how they have structured the pages. See you all in the future sessions. I'll end the live now. Thank you.